Hey there! If you're here, it means you're ready to make a change, and that's the most important step. We're going to talk about escaping that credit card debt trap and finding your path to financial freedom. You've absolutely come to the right place. Let's get started. Does this feel familiar? That kind of sinking feeling when your credit card statement shows up? Maybe a little bit of dread? A bit of that, how did this happen feeling? Look, if that's you, I really want you to hear this. You are not alone. So many people feel this way. But the best part? There is absolutely a way out of this. Okay, so before we can win this fight, we've got to understand what we're up against, right? And let me be clear, this is not about blaming yourself or feeling bad about past choices. Nope. This is about getting smart. It's about understanding the system, the trap itself, so you know exactly how to beat it. So what exactly is this debt trap? Well, think of it like trying to run up an escalator that's going down. You're working hard, you're making payments, but the high interest and fees are constantly pulling you back, sometimes even faster than you can climb. It's this frustrating cycle where your balance just seems to grow on its own. It feels personal, I know, but really, it's just math. And the great news about math problems is that they always have a solution. And you know where this whole thing usually starts? With those 5 little words on your bill. Minimum amount due. It feels so responsible, doesn't it? Like you're doing what you're supposed to. But honestly, that minimum payment, that's the front door to the debt trap. Now this is where it gets real. Just take a look at these numbers. Let's say you've got a 50,000 rupee balance. If you only pay the minimum and maybe make a couple small purchases, in just 3 months, that balance has ballooned to over 57,000. That's not a typo. That is the crushing power of compound interest when it is working against you. And what's pouring gasoline on this fire? This number right here. 40%. Can you believe that? Some credit cards have annual interest rates that high. It's like trying to swim upstream against a massive current. It makes getting ahead feel almost impossible. And look, the cost of just letting this go on, it's huge. And it's not just about the money. We're talking about real damage to your credit score, which can affect your future plans. But even more than that, it's the psychological weight, right? The stress that just hangs over you. It's exhausting. In some cases, it can even get legal. This is exactly why we're tackling this head-on today. Okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. Because this right here, this is the good part. This is where you grab the steering wheel and take back control. We are going to map out your personal action plan to get out of this for good. And here it is, your 4-step escape plan. It's actually pretty simple. First, we're going to assess and list everything out to get total clarity. Second, we'll prioritize repayments, figure out our attack plan. Third, we rebalance the budget to free up cash. And finally, number 4, we halt new credit usage. In other words, we stop digging the hole. See? Simple, but incredibly powerful. So, when it comes to prioritizing, there are 2 main schools of thought, and they're both great. First, you've got the avalanche method. This is the purely mathematical approach. You attack the debt with the highest interest rate first. This will save you the most money. Then there's the snowball method. This one's all about psychology. You pay off your smallest debt first, get that quick win, and build momentum. There's no wrong answer. It's all about what will keep you motivated. Let's see what this looks like in the real world. Here's a perfect example of that avalanche method. You literally just list out your cards, the balances, and their interest rates. And boom! The path lights up. That card with the 3.5% monthly rate, that's public enemy number 1. Every spare rupee you have gets thrown at that until it's gone. Okay, so you have your plan. But what if you want to speed things up? What if you want to put this whole thing on the fast track? Well, sometimes it makes sense to call in reinforcements. Let's talk about some powerful tools that can really accelerate your journey out of debt. The big idea with all of these options, a personal loan, a loan against your investments, or a structured EMI plan with your bank, is super simple. You're trading a bunch of complicated, high-interest payments for one single, manageable payment at a much lower interest rate. It's about simplifying your life and saving money. And how does it actually work? It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, you add up all your card balances. Step 2, you get one single loan for that total amount. Step 3, and this is the best part, you use that money to pay off every single one of those cards. Just wipe them clean. Then, from that day on, you only have one payment to worry about. Simple. All right, just imagine this. You've made that final payment. The balance is 0. That is an incredible feeling, a huge victory. But the real win, the championship, is staying debt-free for life. So let's talk about how to make sure this victory is permanent. This is your new game plan. These are the habits of financially free people. You've got to track your expenses, know where your money is going, build an emergency fund, at least 3 months of expenses, so that when life happens, you don't have to reach for a credit card. Limit your cards and automate your payments. You're basically building a financial fortress around yourself. I really love this quote because it hits the nail on the head. Escaping the credit card debt trap is not a single event, but a structured journey. This isn't about one magic moment. It's about the small, smart decisions you make every single day. It's a journey, and you are on the right path. So we've talked about the problem, we've laid out the plan, now the ball is in your court. This whole thing doesn't start next week or tomorrow, it starts right now. So I want you to ask yourself, seriously, what is the one first small step you are going to take today to start this journey? Just one thing. You can do this.